El Chapo's capture. So what is next? I'm joined by Anthony Coulson. He's a former head of the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency in Arizona. He joins us from Tucson. Anthony, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So let me first of all get your reaction. Was this just a matter of time that El Chapo would be caught?
Yes, I predicted caught or killed by Mexican forces, and fortunately he was caught.
So what do you think about how it all went down? The fact that it was the Mexican Navy involved in the operation, and from what we learned from a reporter in Mexico City, DEA was also involved. Is that surprising?
No, not at all. We have worked, the Drug Enforcement Administration has worked with the Mexican Marines for more than a decade in going after some of these cartel traffickers. They are the only trusted unit that we can work with in Mexico to help us capture some of these cartel members.
So when you're talking about such a large fish, one of the most wanted drug cartels in the world, are U.S. authorities and Mexican authorities in touch with one another before this operation goes down?
Oh, yes. DEA and Mexican Marines, especially the Mexican Marines, work very closely together in terms of communication, in terms of investigative leads, and enforcement actions that are to be taken, work very closely together. And I would imagine in this case, that level of trust probably went higher into the Nieto administration.
So, Anthony, what is next? The U.S., I'm assuming, would push for his extradition?
Yes. I would even venture to say that if Chapo's not on an airplane already to the United States, that he will be shortly. And forego, I think let me just say that the extradition process, I think, will proceed very rapidly in Mexico, looking to get Chapo out of Mexico into U.S. custody.
Oh, so you think he might actually be on the plane, headed to the U.S.?
Well, yes. I mean, I don't think that is really happening. I'm saying that to kind of...
You wouldn't be surprised if that, in fact, is happening.
Yeah. Don't know whether that's happening, but it reinforces the point that the Mexicans probably want to get rid of Chapo as fast as possible.
So this is a man who's escaped twice before. How do we know he's not going to do it again?
Well, that's why I say the Mexicans need to get him out of the country for credibility and integrity's sake. His last escape really tested, almost confirmed the fact that the Mexican government has absolutely no control over the corruption schemes that occur within their country. And this was a major embarrassment, and why it became Nieto's #1 priority to capture Chapo, because he needed to gain that credibility back for his own country and his government systems.
And finally, how significant is the arrest of this man in what we've seen today?
This is the #1 criminal in the world. You know, next to ISIL, next to many of the other terrorist organizations, Chapo Guzman is by far and away the biggest criminal that this world has seen at this time.
And he has been caught. Anthony Coulson, thank you so much, sir, for your time.